Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen, where I bring my love of crochet to inspire you to learn to crochet or to advance your skills. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for my new subscribers, welcome and thank you for subscribing. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for returning. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you will always be notified when I am on. So tonight is the make along for the spiral granny square. So I pulled up the video and I am so hoping that this works. So let's see who will join me and we can play around with this. Hey Lori, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. Hi Angie, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. How do I make sure I am public to your channel? You have to do that on your YouTube. On your YouTube thing, you have to make yourself public. It's been too long since I started a YouTube channel to even remember how to do it. Let me know if you all can see the video on the screen with me. Hey GGP, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. I hope you all did a thumbs up when you came in. I just need to know if everybody can see the video on the screen. Okay, you can see it good. So I figured it would be a lot easier to play her video, and I'm hoping you all can hear it. I played around with it yesterday. I think it was yesterday. So I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I certainly hope it does. Hey, Angela, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me in the chat. How are you doing today? I am doing fine today, still working on this stitch marker holder. Oh, I'm doing okay. As you can see, I'm in my Dolphins wear. So I went out to training camp today. It was very hot, very hot. There was a little breeze, but it was still hot. I was drained when I finally left from there. Hey, Valerie, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. Hey, Sabrina, how are you tonight? So the yarn I have is Kobu. And I don't know why I thought Kobu was 100% cotton, but it's not. Where is it? It's 51% cotton and 49% rayon. So that makes it a lot softer. But I am going to keep going with it. I had dolphin colors. Let me see. Hey, Zahara, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. I hope you did a thumbs up when you came in. So I made the two, and that's the other one. And I like this one with that pop of yellow in it. But then I was thinking if I should add that turquoise next to that. It's not even turquoise, it's another, what's the other word for it? I can't remember. Lichen, that blue next to that yellow. So that's what I'm going to play around with today, because it doesn't take a lot of yarn to make these squares. So I'm going to play around and see which one I like the best. Because this was the first one that I did. And it just didn't pop for me. And this one definitely popped. So that's why I'm thinking I want to put that blue next to that yellow. I don't know. I'll see. Let me see. I wanted to make this one right now. I don't have enough yarn for this. Will this live video be available later? Oh yeah, it stays on YouTube until infinity because I don't delete my videos. And you can always go, this is Brutilla. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's actually her video. So I'm going to be playing her video so you can be on here watching us suffer and suffer and suffer some more through trying to get one done. So what the plan is to at least get one done tonight, and then everybody can go off onto their merry way and work on getting all 13 of them done, because I won't be on live next week because that's my birthday dinner night. And then the following Saturday when we come back, hopefully everybody will have all of their granny squares done. And then we can work on trying to put it together, which is definitely, I looked at a little bit of her video trying to put them together, and I was like, okay, my eyes are crossed. Hey, Lori, how are you tonight? Lurking while I am finishing up reorganizing my craft room office space. Yes, ma'am. I'll be working on that this week while I'm off. Hey, Angela, Crafty Crochet and Bible with Angela. Hello, all in Gigi. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. Hey, Lisa, the Grammy scattered all the way. How are you tonight? Watching while cleaning. Okay. All right, so let me see. You will need, I hope everybody has their yarn, and she used cotton yarn, and she used a 3mm hook, and I actually ordered me one because I did not have a clover. I think I had a clover. I don't think I had a clover 3, but anyway, I have one now. She used 5 different colors, so her border color, and then the 4 colors that you need to use to make the actual granny itself. So if everybody is ready, we can get started. So I'm going to see if I can play this video, and you all can tell me if you can hear it. Let me flip over to it and start it. So let me know if you can hear it. Can everybody hear that? Okay, so you cannot hear her. Okay. Okay. But okay, but you see the video, right? Valerie says it's muffled. Everybody else says no, they can't hear it. Okay, so I guess I'm the only one that can hear it. Okay, so I am going to stop it. Hey, Marshall. Mm-mm. All right. Okay, so no one could hear it, so I'm going to exit out of it. Okay, but you see it, but you can't hear it. Okay, so you can see it. So let me know if you want me to run it and you can watch her so you have some idea of how to make this square, or if someone actually needs to hear her say what she's doing, because she has all the instructions on the screen as well. So I just need to know what would be better. Yeah, that's a tiny hook. Yeah, Valerie, it's a 3. Ah, the hard part about this is getting started, because you're using that magic ring and you're putting all of your colors on that magic ring. So let me know what would be easier for everybody to do, since I don't have a setup to actually show you what I'm doing, at least not clear enough where you can, or I can just show you. Whatever works for you, let me know. There are 13 at least watching. Who has the tutorial? Hey Nancy, how are you tonight? Okay, let it run. Okay. This is Brutilla. I'm sure Brutilla Acidi or something like that. Bruna. I don't know how she says it. So I'm gonna just go back on this tutorial. She starts with she does give you like some tips, like how to keep track of your colors. So but I would say let me see, please let it run. You can give us instructions as you make it. Okay, then I'll go back on it and we can all watch it. I think I'll go back to where she talks about, well, if you can't hear, it doesn't matter. Let me just go to here. Oh, thank you, VJ. Okay, Lori. So you're basically making a magic circle to start with. Mhm. Okay, Nancy. Okay, so I have to change my other phone. It has a longer screen. Okay, larger screen. Okay, so anybody that's doing it with that first color, she's doing a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. And when you finish that sequence, you pull up on your yarn. Now, I would suggest that you put a stitch marker on each one of your colors, because if you start to pull to untangle them, you may pull your loop, and you don't want to pull your loop out at all. That was one of the things that I found real distressing, was pulling stitches apart. So this time around, I said I'm going to just put some stitch markers on so I don't pull out my stitches. I'm using stitch markers to make my spot on each section when it's completed, and don't move it until I know that round is right, because I had to pull it all back out, and that was no fun. Yeah, I did that several times too, Marshall. Several times. So that is the same thing that you repeat for all 4 of your colors. So, and another suggestion I would make is go ahead now and just make your slip knots for each one of your colors, so that all you got to do is pick it up and go with it, instead of having to put it down and then make loops. I'm trying to be a little bit more efficient with this, but the beginning of it is the harder part, is getting everything onto that magic circle. And let me see. I think I'm gonna do, or do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? What colors did I do? I'm so confused now. Oh, white. So do that. And if any of this is confusing, you can always watch the video. But once you get the first part of it started, it's a really interesting pattern. Okay, so I got my white, I got my gold, I got my mauve. Another thing, if you write it out, the best thing that I found to do, which kept me on track, is to write my colors down. Just, write a letter for each color. And then as you go from one round to the next round, you check off to make sure you finished each one of your colors. Because I found myself doing them and missing a color, and then looking back and say something is wrong with this because I had missed one of my colors. So that is another suggestion. Let me see. Let me see what I miss. I missed something. Okay. All right. So hopefully you all have your slip knots, and I'll just let it play some more. So she's pulling up the loop, and she says you can place a stitch marker. Which one did I do? I think I want this to be my border. I just stick with this. Okay. Hey, Crystal, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. Let me see. All right, so she joined her second color with a single crochet. That's up to you, however you want to join it. I just did a chain one, and I'm doing my single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. And if you never worked with this kobo, it likes to split on you. So I'm glad I have my clover because that cut down on it with the other hooks that I had. It was driving me crazy. So as I said, I'm going to put another stitch marker on that color because I don't want it to pull out. So who is with me and who is not? We're on color 2. All right, I'm going to start her up again. Oh, I did it wrong. I'm not going to pull it out. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to go that far back. How'd I get that? Ah, how'd I do that? No. Ah, sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Bell bottom screen. Okay. All right. I don't know where anybody is. I don't know if I'm doing this all by myself or what's going on. I just messed up my pattern though. Guess what? I am not going to start again. This will just be in my pattern going forward. So again, you're just doing a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet with your next color. And when you finish that, you pull up a loop. You can leave it like that, or you can put a stitch marker on it so that you don't pull it out, because you definitely don't want to find when you get around you pulled out some loop. And So my last color is my white, and that was not supposed to be, but it looks like it's going to be today. I should have took some ibuprofen. These doggone braces are driving me crazy today. Okay. All these strings in the way. Single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. So I have my 4 colors on my magic ring, and I hope everybody else is with me. And now all you have to do is just pull your magic circle tail to close it up nice and tight. Where am I? That's what mine looks like right now. All right. Hi, Gigi, I'm sick. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. Let me see. Who did I miss? Hey, Raven, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. My hair looks great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my hair got twisted tight and my braces got tightened up too, and I'm miserable right now. I need some, should have taken some ibuprofen earlier, but I was running around like a mad woman. Okay, so that is where we are. So you always start with your first color. So whatever color was your first color. And of course, I did not write down my first color. Okay, go back. Well, I know this is my first color. So now I have to write my pattern colors out again because some way, somehow, I messed them up. I wasn't paying attention. So now I'm going to have a third granny square. So this is the beige, and then I have the mauve and the gold. Beige, the mauve, the gold, and then the white. All right. Let me see. Hey, I'm truly blessed. Lori's on sequence 4. Okay. Lori's going on about her business. Let me see. I'll go take some now. You can wait for me. That is very sweet of y'all. All right. I'll be back. All right, I am back. Okay, I took the ibuprofen. Hopefully it'll kick in about an hour or so. That way when you are in here, you are not still in pain. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Okay, now we're moving on to sequence 2 for those that are still with me. So I'm going to play it so you can see what she does. And again, just make sure you write down um, the instructions. That way you don't get lost.
Just like this.
When you go back to do it.
It looks
Do your next
crazy,
square.
right? But that's how we do it. So one thing that you have to keep in mind is that you're always going to be starting with the very first yarn that you've started this pirate ready square. So I did with the creep.
So there she's saying that you make sure you start with the first yarn that you started with. Always with every, she calls them sequence, I'm calling them rounds, but each round you have to start with the first yarn that you started with. So that's why it's good to write down your sequence, because it's easy to look at this and say, oh, let me do it this one. But no, you don't want to throw yourself off. Gloria, did you get my semifinalist for your birthday giveaway? Yeah, I got it. I watched it. I think I had to go back because you had to pull another name, but I watched it. But I thought I said something on the thing. I may have gotten off because I was at work. But I got it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Another thing, please try to keep your yarn from getting too tangled. Like mine is already, and I've only done one sequence, and mine is already tangled up. That was one of the other things that was annoying about doing this. It's like took me right back to doing a graft. All my yarns all crossed over. Make sure. Okay. All right, they're all tangled up there. We won't worry about it. Let me see. Hello, everyone, and thumbs up. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so I'm going to start her up again.
So I'm always.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's that thing about touch screens. They are easy to mess up. Real easy to mess up. All right, let's go. All right. All right, let me play her now. Okay. Okay, so write that down, double crochet and then into 2 double crochets. It's double increase, but basically 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. And since you pulled it all together, you just want to pull it out to make sure that you're going into that single crochet first, because that double crochet stitch should remain open. And always that last stitch on all of these rounds should remain open. So do 2 double crochets into your single crochet and 2 double crochets into your half double crochet. And then you'll have 1 stitch remaining. And then you want to pull up on that, put your stitch marker on if you're using it, and then just go around, go to your next color, and do the same thing. 2 double crochets into your single crochet, 2 double crochets into your half double crochet. And you should have 1 stitch remaining. And when you finish your 2 double crochets and pull up on that and put your stitch marker back on if you're using it. If not, just move on to your next one. And like I said, write your colors down so that you can check off, while you're doing your sequences, that you finished that color. That way you know you don't get lost. Mm-mm. I'm on my third color. There it goes, splitting. And on to the fourth color. And when you finish your fourth color, there should be 5 colors on your first color. I mean, 5 stitches remaining on your first color. Okay, I finished my. That's weird. I didn't put a stitch marker. Thought I had a stitch marker on this one. Let me see. I came in late. Yes, I am subscribed to you, Craft by the Rose. Go to your page and look at your channels. You don't have anyone there either. Okay, what? Did I miss something? Oh, Valerie's screen is not working. I will have to go. My phone is letting me see well. I will have to study her about 2 times before I can get it down packed in my brain. It looks complicated. No, it's not too complicated, but I understand because some things don't come to me real easy either. All right, I'm going to let her play.
Two increases into the next 2 stitches. Release the yellow and go into the white. Here's going to be a little bit easy to see. There we go. So find the first 2. So we have the single crochet and the half double crochet. And then lastly, we have the double crochet stitch in which we are not going to be doing anything.
Hey, Regina, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. I hope you did a thumbs up when you came in.
Single crochet, we are not counting. So going to the second single crochet and then create an increase. And then on top of the half double crochet stitch.
I don't know why you can't hear her. I wonder why y'all can't hear her.
Release the white and go into the copper. And you're going to be doing exactly the same. Here you will see that we have more stitches. So we have the very first 4 that we just did with the increases. So that you're going to be skipping the first 4. And then you're going to be counting the 2. And then we have the very first one here, in which is the single crochet. So right into that one, you're going to be doing the very first 2.
Oh, you can hear her. Great.
The same stitch. So the first increase, and then the next increase into the next stitch. Release.
Okay, good. You can hear her.
And you should have 5 stitches left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's correct. So here we have the second sequence completed. So go back to
with all of my
the cream, which is the color that we are always going to be starting the new sequence. You will see that your yarns will start to tangle, but that's completely normal and it's not gonna tangle a lot. You just have to kind of keep moving them around and it should be alright. This one, it didn't tangle that much, so I don't think you should worry too much. Just go around and around until you have finished your spiral granny square. You should be fine. So now for the next sequence, we have 4 stitches to work with. You will see that now it's a little bit easier to find all of the stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, We are always going to be leaving one left because this one is from this one, from the loop. And if we do a stitch right on top of this one, it's not going to look nice because it's going to be kind of opening after the stitch here. So we always leave the last one to crochet with the next sequence. So for the next sequence, we are going to be doing into this very first stitch an increase, so 2 double crochets into the first stitch, and then we are going to be doing 1 double crochet into the next stitch, an increase into the next one, and then lastly 1 double crochet. So this is the sequence. Release, go into the yellow. So the first one, increase, the next one, 1 double crochet, the next one, 2 double crochets into the same stitch, so an increase, and then the last one, 1 double crochet. Release and go into the next one.
Okay, so just repeat that same sequence all the way around. And remember, each part, each color, you should still have 1 stitch remaining. So if you end up with with no stitches, then that means you messed up somewhere. Hey, Chanita, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. We're making the spiral granny because eventually we're going to put these spirals together and make a pretty purse. That's the goal. I don't want to just make all these grannies and then they look at me. So in a couple of weeks, hopefully we'll all have all our grannies done and we can put it all together and then have a fabulous purse. And we can show them all off to the creator, Miss Bruna. If you want to join in, Chanita, just need some cotton yarn, 5 colors. And you can always go back to her video to get started. Okay, got that one. Okay, now wait, all right. Going on to color 4. All these strings, all of these loops, you do not want to pull. Okay, so now I have finished, what is that, sequence 3? Yeah. So I'm going to turn it back on to let it play. Let me see. Hey, Patricia. Are you making the squares too? Okay, good. Is this the first? Yeah, this is the first one. It's the first. Yeah, because all the other ones going to have to be done throughout the week.
Release and go into the next one. And also something that you might have noticed already is that when I get to the last shade, I don't continue here on top of the very first one because we want to move into the first one again and then start the sequence all over again, because otherwise you are going to get lost. So we have to kind of repeat the same sequence for all the shades so that you know exactly what you are doing. So now we are going to move on into the cream. So for the next sequence, we have 6 stitches to work with. So the very first one, it's going to be an increase. And then the next one double crochet. And then the next one, an increase. And then into the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet. And then the very last one, it's going to be an increase. So you can see here that it's tangled. You are just going to be pulling it down. It's going to kind of untangle by itself when you do that. So don't worry about that too much. And then we're going to be releasing this and going, oopsie. Okay, there we go. And we're going to go into the next shade and we're going to be following exactly the same steps. So the first one, it's an increase.
Okay, I'm going to stop her.
The next one is 1 double crochet.
So you can see the sequence going across for number 4. Let me see, what does it say? I have magnet closures that I can add to the purse when down. Oh, cool. I think I have them too, but I've never even put one on a purse before, but I bought them. Oh, BJ got another sub. Yay, BJ. Oh, hey, okay. Hi, Sheila. Okay, so that's number 1. What colors are everybody using? If Walmart had had some more vibrant colors, that's what I would have got. But these were the only colors that they had, and I was just picking up something quick because I know I didn't have any um, all the cotton yarn. I have some 2-weight, which she did say 2, but I think on her video she actually said 3-weight. But I wasn't sure if I had enough. Plus the colors are all dark, and I didn't want all those dark colors. Virtual hug. Yes, I was so happy when I saw that you were over 100 the other day. I'm stuck in a quandary because they did send me my email saying that I had met my watch hours, but for some reason it won't let me apply. And I don't know why. So I can't do anything about it. So I can't worry about something I can't fix because I am not in control. I don't know if I'll get it like a separate email to say now apply or what. This is all new territory for me. Okay, so I am finished my sequence 4. So where is everybody else that's doing it? So that is what mine looks like so far. I love it, love it, love it. I just like doing this. I think it's so cool. Raven is congratulating her. Okay, so I'm going to, my shell is on to 5 already. I'm going to play her until it gets to 5.
Piece into the next one, and then into the next 2, 1 double crochet, and then the last one.
Oh, that's a dollar sign.
Piece,
Hey, Lisa, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining us.
to the next shade. And then you're going to be repeating the same.
I hope you did thumbs up when you came in.
Here the white and the copper. So here we have the full sequence completed.
Oh, no, it's not Lisa,
I
darling.
can remember
It's a different Lisa.
that I'm doing, like the numbers that I'm doing. But this one is number 4 at the moment. This is how it looks. Ah, it's looking so pretty already. Oh, I love this, everyone. I don't know you, but I love this. Oh my god. So let's go into sequence number 5. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches to work with. So going back to the very first shade, into the very first 2 stitches, we are going to be doing 1 double crochet. And then the next one is going to be an increase. So 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And then the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet, and then the next one, increase, And then the last 3 that we have here to work with, we are going to be doing 1 double crochet on top of the last 3 stitches, leaving the last one without doing anything on top. So release this one. Oh, dangling. Okay, and then move into the next shade and repeat the same. So the first 2.
Okay, I'm going to stop her.
On top of.
Oh, jeez, what did I do? What did I do? No, this thing is too doggone sensitive. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Let me see. My colors in order are off-white, Christmas variegate. Ooh. Tweed, white, and purple variegate. Ooh. Is that all cotton yarn? Because if it is, you need to let me know where you got that from. Let me see. What size hook? It's a 3.0. Yes, we're following the video. Are you doing this, BJ? If so, what are your colors? I definitely want to see that bag because it's going to be fabulous. Oh, I should go back so you can see the sequence. Oh, I didn't want to go back. What the heck? Drive me to drink. Just drive me straight to drink. Okay.
It's going to kind of untangle by itself when you do that. So don't worry about that too much. And then we're going to be releasing this and going. Oopsie.
Where are we?
Okay.
Are we on sequence 5?
There. Full sequence completed.
Okay.
Hopefully I can remember all the sequence that I'm doing, like the numbers that I'm doing. But this one is number 4 at the moment. This is how it looks. Ah, it's looking so pretty already. Oh, I love this, everyone. I don't know you, but I love this. Oh my God. So let's go into sequence number 5. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm
5,
sorry for
6,
the
7,
repeat.
8, 9 stitches to work with. So going back to the very first shade,
Okay.
into the very first
That's
2
what I want to see.
stitches, we are going to be doing
Why is that there?
1 double crochet.
All right. All right. That's where we are. Oh, I don't want me. I want her full screen. Okay. No, ma'am. Let me see. Do you have a 2.5 hook? Let me see. All acrylic weight, and I'm using, oh, okay, using the G hook. Okay. No, ma'am, just finished eating and blocking items from yesterday. You know, I'm not going to sew squares. If I'm going to do it, you should do it. Join me in this misery. Come on, BJ. 3.75 should do. Let me see. All right, I hope I'm right where I'm supposed to be, because, and another trick, I always, if I have my hook on and I forgot where I was, I always look at the last sequence to see where I ended to make sure I'm on the right track. Let's see if we can find 1, 2. We're almost finished with this. It only has 7 sequences. Then you do the fade where you start to close it out, and then you do your border. So we're on 5 now. So we have 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it's finished. No, I don't block. Nope, not my forte. Do not like doing that at all. And you don't have to block for this. Well, she didn't block, so I'm rolling the same way she did. She had all of her little squares piled up. She didn't say a word about blocking. But this is cotton. You shouldn't have to block cotton anyway, as far as I'm concerned. That's just me. That's just me. All right, so VJ is out. All right, VJ. So where'd you get is the variegated purple? What brand is that? I need some variegated purple in my life. See, she never blocked either. Raven says she's never blocked. Let me see. Well, she used cotton, as you can use whatever you want to use. Now, because the reason, cotton is the better thing for like purses and stuff like that, but you can make it out of um oh goodness, I can't even think. Acrylic yarn, if that's what you have on hand. Because it's your purse and you're going to be putting it together. But that's just what she used. I see, what's her name? Crystal Bagaday Crochet. I think I don't know. I think a lot of her bags are made from acrylic, but I can't be sure because I don't watch all of her bag tutorials. I can't even remember. I know the one that I started that never finished, that was acrylic yarn. Let me see, my granny taught me to block. It's a habit now. Oh, okay. Well, I'm the only one in no, my aunt that passed, she crocheted, but I found that out many, many years later. Um, I need to see how beautiful yours looks. It's all put together. Using acrylic and gonna line it. Yeah, I'm gonna line this too. I'm gonna get my friend to line it for me. VJ says she is not joining us. Shame on her. She's not joining us. Okay, let's see, sequence 5. One. Okay. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Ugh, so tangled. Fiji, we are only one of first of 13 squares. You have plenty of time. You sure do. If I wanted to, I could line mine. Ooh, and leopard print. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Where did I mess up? I know I messed up somewhere. Okay. All right. 2, 2. Yeah. Okay. Then 2. And then 3. Hope I did that right. Ugh, this yarn is gonna drive me to drink. One. Okay, I just finished sequence 5. Took me forever. All right, I'm gonna start her again.
And then the next one, it's going to be an increase.
So she's still on sequence 5.
Into the same
Gives me
stitch.
time to untangle my yarn.
And then the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet, and then the next one, increase, And then the last 3 that we have here to work with, we are going to be doing 1 double crochet on top of the last 3 stitches, leaving the last one without doing anything on top. So release this one. Oh, styling. Okay, and then move into the next shade.
Is it sequence
and
5?
repeat the same. So the first 2, 1 double crochet on top of each of those 2 stitches, and then the next one is going to be an increase, and then 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches, increase into the next one, and then the last 3 that we have to work with, 1 double crochet on top of these last 3 stitches. There we go. Release and go into the next 2 and repeat the same thing. So here we have sequence number 5. I think that's it. This is number 5. So now we are going to move on into 6, sequence number 6. So go back into the first shade. So the next one is going to be an increase, and then 1 double crochet on top of the next 3 stitches. The next one, an increase, and then 1 double crochet on top of the next 3 stitches. And then increase into the next one. And then here to finish it off, we are going to be doing 1 double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches, leaving the last one without doing anything. So now going into the next one, we are going to be repeating the same sequence. So starting first with an increase into the next stitch.
Okay. Let me see. One of yarns will be here to tomorrow. I'm going to do all fall colors, gold, autumn, red. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I want some more fall colors. I don't think in fall colors that much because we don't have much of a fall here. So that's why my colors are always, I like bright colors. Because we wear white after Labor Day. I love that commercial when that man, it's a Twizzler commercial. He's like, why can't I wear white after Labor Day? I said, these people think of some of the craziest things on these commercials. Okay, so we're on the sequence 6. And my yarn's all tangled. Thank you very much. You all know how much money Amazon made in the past year during this lockdown. That's why Mr. Bezos got to live out his dream. He would have lived it out anyway. Just to think Amazon started as just an online book store. All the books you ever thought about, they had them. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 3. Two. Stop the splitting. This yarn is just like Karen Simply Soft yarn. Split, split, split. I can't remember the name of the yarn that supposedly is um, twisted the way for crocheters so it doesn't split, but I can't remember the name of that yarn. Yeah, still work on my squares while we are in Indiana. We will be leaving out an early Thursday morning. Okay, yeah, everybody's going to work on these squares so that in 2 weeks we'll have all of them together, and Miss VJ will be joining us to do the sewing. Is that right, VJ? No, Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. I don't know who, I don't know. It's Bezo, Bezo, Bezo. I think that's how you spell his last name. The guy that went up after the Virgin Man went up into space. He's the one that owns Amazon. Well, he doesn't own. He stepped down. I mean, he still owns it, but he stepped down. So somebody else is running the show now. His ex-wife is a wealthy woman, though. She's a wealthy woman. Ah, all right, BJ. Let me see. A lot of people like me can't get out because of my leg. Yeah, that's why he made life so easy. And when they bought what's it, Whole Foods, he was right. I haven't used my Prime to get food because I don't know what their I don't know if they come all the way here. I don't know what their delivery distance is. He said, well, really? Oh, Karen Simply Soft always puts on me. I like it, but I don't like it. I think I love the sheen that it has. It's really pretty yarn. That always splits on me. And this yarn is just like it. Maybe it's just the way I crochet. All right, I'm on my last color. And then we'll be moving on to number 7, which is the last sequence. I'm sure you all are probably waiting for me because I am not the fastest crocheter in the world. I leave that up to other people. Oh, who you never said who the variegated purple is? That Lion Brand or someone else? Crystal did a video about somebody's yarn that she said isn't. I forgot which one she said it wasn't. I guess I wasn't paying that much attention to it, or it wasn't that important to me. One or the other. 3, 2, 1. Okay, finally finished that. I used the pencil grip and I used Clover Armoire hooks. Oh, VJ, you can do it. All right, I'm going to turn Miss Bruna on again. Let's see what she's talking about. So see, oh, why do I keep doing that? Drive myself crazy. Why does it keep, oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention. Okay, that's 5. That's 6. All right, let's not go backwards, okay?
2 stitches. So that's this sequence. So now you can go ahead and repeat the same into the next 2 shapes. So here we have the sequence number 6 completed. So now it's the number 7 sequence, and it's the last sequence we have to do to complete our spiral. So it's basically here just the ending, where we are going to fade away into nothing, and also we are going to be adding the corners as well. So into the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet, so that we complete the 4 double crochets here from the previous sequence. So we have 1 on top of each of these 4 stitches, and then we are going to be creating an increase into the next stitch, 1 double crochet on top of the next 4 stitches, an increase into the next one, and then 1 double crochet on top of the next 4 stitches, so now we have 2 stitches left. So into this same stitch, we are going to be doing 1 double crochet, a chain of 1, and 1 double crochet. So this one, it's going to be our corner. So 1 double crochet, a chain of 1, 1 double crochet into that same stitch, and then just to finish this sequence, because we're still going to be adding a little bit more after when we have more stitches here, just to finish this one, we are going to be doing a half double crochet, release, and then repeat the same into the next sequence, the next shade, which is the yellow. So 1 double crochet on top of the next.
Okay, let's finish sequence 7. Increase, and then Okay. BJ, she drives a hard bargain. I would take it if I were you. Okay, move on to this. Oh, these things just tangle up. Oh well. Okay. Let me see. Bless you, Raven. That's not necessary. Thank you, though. You are too kind. Stay up there. My friend got her email that her Prince CD, or I think she ordered the album, has shipped, but I haven't gotten an email, but I'm gonna check my emails just to be sure. So I don't wanna be left out. Uh-oh, see. Did I do something? Okay, so that's 2, 4, 2. Mm-mm. I did something wrong. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay, so if this is okay, so this should wait a minute. Mm, that should, oh, I think I missed that here. So close and would mess up one of them. Finally. Okay, I'm gonna be going to my last color of sequence 7. Mhm. All right, who was with me? Let me see. My square is kind of big, but it's pretty. Yeah, it's gonna be big if you use an acrylic yarn. Let me see. Oh, we back to Bezos again? Did I say his name wrong? That's all right. Well, I hope I did that right. If not, oh well. Oh, come on, yarn. This is enough to drive you crazy. All I want is the white to come out. Come out white. Mm-mm. One. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy this again. Crazy. Okay, did I do this right? 2, 2, 4, 2, 4. Okay. Then half double crochet. Okay. I hope it's right. We shall find out in a momento. Okay, so that is what mine looks like. All right. Lori is weaving in the ends. Be right back. Baby needs for her mommy to walk her outside. Okay. Lori has left us in the dust. She's weaving in the ends. Okay.
2 stitches, increase into the next stitch, 1 double crochet on top of the next 4 stitches, increase into the next one, and then 1 double crochet on top of the next 4 stitches. So now into the next one is going to be the corner. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and then into the last stitch it's going to be a half double crochet. Release and move into the next shade and repeat exactly the same. So here we have sequence number 7 completed. So now we just have to fade from half double crochet to nothing. So I'm going to be doing 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches and then 1 slip stitch into the 3rd stitch. So go back into the first one. So it's going to be 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the following one, and then slip stitch into the 3rd one, chain 1, cut the yarn, and then you can fasten off. Repeat the same here with the yellow. 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, into the next one, slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, and fasten on. And then you can repeat the same into the next 2 shades. So here we have it. Look at that. It looks so cute. As you can see here, we have the corners that we've created in here. So the 4 corners that you can use to crochet the next row if you are doing the next row as I'm doing. But if you want, you can keep it like this, and then you can sew the squares together. So I'm going to do this very last row with the brown, just to kind of add one more row, and that it makes the little spiral granny square a little bit more square. So get the shade that you want for the very last row. I decided to go all colorful and add brown. So I'm going to do first a slip knot, and we are going to be attaching on the right side of the square. So the reverse is where you have all of the little tails here in the middle. And then we are going to be attaching our next shade into any corner, into any chain 1 space. So go around and right on top of that chain 1 space and attach your yarn in place. I did it with a single crochet, and then chain 2 right on top of that, because we are going to be working with double crochets also for this last round actually. And then I'm going to be just feeding these 2 yarns with my double crochets, just going in between the stitch. So we are going to go into that same chain 1 space, and we are going to be doing 1 double crochet, and then we are going to be chaining 2. If you want, you can also chain 1. I decided to go for 2, and then 2 more double crochets into the same chain 1 space. You want to make sure that you get all of the stitches that you have here in the base. So just move it around a little bit here at the corner, and you want to make sure that you get that very first double crochet. So go into that stitch and create the very first double crochet. And then now we are going to be doing 1 double crochet into every stitch all the way to the next corner. I'm going to show you how to go from here to here as well. So just follow the stitches. When I get to kind of the fading from one shade to the other, what I like to do is to create 1 double crochet right on top of that stitch first, here where we have the cream. So right on top of this one, and then right on top of this one, the very first one that you find for the yellow, you will see that the cream is still attached to this stitch. So I go through that one more time basically. It's going to kind of look nicer, as you can see. I think it just looks better. I don't know if that makes any difference, but that's what I did for the other one and I liked it, so that's what I'm going to do for this one. So just continue with 1 double crochet into every stitch all the way to the next corner. So once you get here to the next corner, first you're going to get that double crochet from the corner. So make sure that you cover that stitch. And then right on top of the chain 1, we are going to be doing the corner exactly like we did this very first one. So we're going to be doing 2 double crochets chain 2 and 2 double crochets all into that same chain 1 space. Move the little corner a little bit to the side and make sure that you cover that very first double crochet as well. And then from here you can just follow exactly the same, 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way to the next corner. So when you get to the next corner, we are going to be doing exactly the same. 2 double crochets, chain of 2 and 2 double crochets all into the same chain 1 space. And then from here all you have to do is to go all the way to the other corner. You're going to do a corner here as well on top of this chain 1, and then do the same thing on this side, and then I'll meet you right here at the end to join the 2 parts together. One last stitch. And then all you have to do is to find the chain 2 that we have here at the beginning. So we have the single crochet and the chain 2, go right on top of the chain 2, pull up a loop and slip stitch. And then you're going to chain 1, cut yarn, and then you can pass them off. And now the last thing we have to do is to weave all of our tails in. And we are done. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of the weavings I have to do. And then I will be back and show you the final spiral granny square.
Okay. Everybody got that? All right, I'm back. Let me see. Weaving the ends. Oh, thank you, Raven. Thank you, Angela. So I'm just finishing my last round. And then, as I said, everybody that wants to make this, just work on making your 13 spiral granny squares. And hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we'll be ready to assemble this into a purse. I'm very, very excited because now that I have 3 different squares made, I'm going to have to decide which color sequence I like better. So I have some light pink as well that I used in the other one, but that's too pastel-y. Everything was too pastel-y for me. I like that gold pop of color in there. So VJ, you have 2 weeks to think about it. If you want to do it. I'm sure you can use another pretty purse. Wish I had another color, but I don't. Let me see. I have some ice yarn. That's a 2-weight. I think it's a 2-weight. Okay, Lori, you gonna come on so you can show us yours? I'm gonna put the invite just in case somebody want to come and show me something. Or do you want to come and chit chat for a minute? So when I finish this round, I'm gonna get off so I can finish my water. Hey, Kelly. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. We just finished doing a spiral granny square in hopes that one day it will be a purse. Once we get all 13 of them done. I'm so glad I'm off. I'm on vacation this week because it might take me that long to get them done. So I have so many other things I'm going to be doing on my vacation, mostly related to football. What are you up to, Miss Kelly? Lori. Uh-oh. I don't know why I always do that. I always hit the wrong thing. Hello, Lori.
Hey,
You came to show off your digs?
that's what I've been doing.
Very nice.
Oh my God, I look a crazy mess. Going everywhere.
Let me see. It's been a busy work week. Oh, tell me about it. I'm still working, and I start my official vacation Monday. Let's get it all caught up so the ladies that have to cover me will just have all the new stuff to worry about.
I'm not doing that first.
Huh?
I'm not going to do that first.
Why? Why?
Because you all are struggling.
So what? You may not struggle. Just because I am doesn't mean you will.
You see all that? Those are all projects I've got started or planned.
Listen,
I mean,
I'm gonna turn my computer just so you can see how much crap I have over here. You see all those baskets? Those
yeah.
are all whips that may have been started at one time and pulled apart. Let me see. Let me go all the way up. Yep. And that's the blanket that's in the way. All of that.
This blanket.
That's the blanket that
Your
I've
mom.
been working on since the beginning of time. And then over there is all the other yarn that I have.
Yeah.
So, not to mention the yarn that's in the garage. So,
Okay, well, let's see. Yeah.
as,
So there's yarn downstairs. There's
as
another shelf like this full of just yarn. And then I have two like 40-gallon tubs of yarn. And then let's see, how do I turn it so you can see it?
I love that you got that rainbow up there. It's so cute.
See all those whips?
Yep.
And there's one on there. And then there's that whole shelf there. And then that's a closet right there.
That's the story of a
Crafter's life.
That's the story of a crafter's life. No, that's why I keep saying I got to get this stuff done. I don't know what the heck is over there in those baskets because I thought I was being organized.
Yeah. Well, right now I know what everything is. Oh, I didn't even. There's like right here. There's 6 drawers, like a dresser, plastic dresser. It's like this tall. It's got yarn and projects in it.
All right. You'll be busy.
I suppose I could do the.
Did you ever start that? Was it a cardigan or something with the granny squares?
Well, I mean, I started it, but without a pattern, I'm really struggling, and I just put it away for a while.
Oh.
I'm working on your birthday present. It's going to be like next year. Or maybe become a birthday/Christmas present. Come in November or something.
It will be well appreciated. I don't care when it comes. It's the thought that counts.
So I've been trying to do it while I'm watching TV, which is not a good idea.
No. I'm the same way. Did I miss my I think I missed it. I missed one of my corners.
Oh no.
I feel like I missed one. Yeah, that's 1, 2. Yeah, there's a corner over here somewhere. Where is it?
Well, this where the shelves are now that are behind me. There was my son's huge fish tank.
Oh.
So when they moved out last week, he took his fish tank. So I was like, ooh, yeah. Because all the stuff was just like on the floor, piled up all over in the corners, and this looks better. And I can actually see how much I've got going, or I plan. So I won't have any more yarn.
See, that was my whole goal, but
you said you went out and bought yarn for this project. Yeah, you didn't have any there?
no, only had white. I didn't have any. I have like that sugar and cream, but that sugar and cream is a lot thicker than this yarn. It would have made a huge bag.
Did you get the mainstays yarn? I wasn't paying close attention. Did you show what kind of yarn you're using?
Oh no, I bought the Kobo. I showed it once before. The Kobo.
I got some of that back there. I'm making the knitted knockers. I don't think you can see it. Can you see it?
Where is it?
Well, it's behind that bag.
Oh, okay.
That blue thing.
Oh yeah, because that's the one that's. Oh yeah, the knitted knockers. Because this is approved by them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I was watching Edna, what's Edna's channel?
I don't know.
Something and Beyond. Is it Yarns and Beyond? But anyway, she was talking about. Mind you, I bought the yarn. I never even paid attention to that was written on that's on the label until she said it. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the yarn that is approved to making the knockers. I've never made a knocker. Are you making them?
Yeah.
I've never made them.
Well, I made one following the tutorial, but it was a while ago, so I'm gonna have to watch the tutorial again.
Mm-hmm. And then you donate them to where?
I think I can't remember. I think it's the American Cancer Society. It's on the website. I figure when I get them done, I'll cross that bridge when I get them done.
Yeah. Yep, I hear you. I don't know who told me about those. I never even knew that something like that even existed.
Well, I started doing them last October. I asked my friend who works at Walmart if she would buy me one skein or one ball or one cake or whatever you want to call it with her discount so I could make a set. She got me, I think there's 6 here, and then 8. She gave me 8 balls of that Koba because I told her what it was for. And her grandmother is a survivor, so she decided she wanted to, and then she wouldn't let me pay for it.
Oh, that's nice.
8 balls and wouldn't let me pay for it. So, my friend, he walked away, knit, and so she has 2 of the balls, and she's knitting some, and then I'm crocheting some.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we have used up all the yarn, we'll figure out where to send them.
Oh, we should all do some. Next month, yeah. Then they'll be ready for October.
Lori's the closet full of crafts, mostly. My yoga, VJ asked me if the closet was full of crafts. My yoga mat and my yoga blocks, like the stuff I use for yoga, I have like a pillow and some blocks and a mat, they're in there. And I have the thing I put in my rocking chair sometimes that massages my back. What else is in there? My mother's wedding dress and my father's military uniform are hanging in there.
Oh boy.
But the rest of it's crafts.
My uniform is so small, I can't even get an arm in it. I don't even, I look at it every now and again, I put it back. I cannot wear any parts of that thing anymore.
I did not clean out the closet. I need to pull everything out of the closet and everything off of the small bookshelf that's right beside the door and organize that. And then I have stuff still sitting in the living room that I pulled out of here that I need to figure out where it's going to go. It'll probably eventually go back in the closet.
Sharon said she needs to go yarn shopping at our places.
Yeah. Well, I got another whole 6-foot tall bookshelf downstairs.
And you just started, what, 2 years ago?
Not even.
Not even. Oh my goodness.
December of 2019.
Year and a half. And see where all your money has gone.
Well, I was doing really well of just only buying yarn for projects for the longest time. For like 9 months, I'd only buy yarn for projects. But I planned like, I don't know, 5 or 10 years worth of projects in that first 6 months. And then I bought a mystery box, and then Dollar Tree started carrying nice yarn. And then Michael's had a clearance. And then I decided to start making blankets. So I got these huge amounts of yarns for blankets. Then everybody and their brother started giving me yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Their grandma's yarn, or both of my sisters gave me the equivalent of, the big black garbage bags for like the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Giving me 2 of those of old yarns and started projects.
Oh my goodness.
My one
Hey,
sister,
Kelly, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me.
my one sister had this garbage bag full of all of her scraps, and she had started making granny squares.
Ooh.
With all of the scraps. And last year, when Rose Likes Crochet was looking for granny squares, she gave me that bag. And so I finished up her colorful yarn in the same pattern she was using for the granny squares, and I just made a bunch more squares and sent them to Rose. I didn't have enough to make a whole blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to make that much more. Had I known my other sister had a whole nother garbage bag, that's what's in that one blue thing, is all of her granny square scraps she was making. They were both making them, and they were going to put them together and then give it to my dad, and then they never did it.
Oh.
This was like when they were in college and right out of college before they got married, and so.
And then life happens.
Yeah, and they were in college and right out of college when I was in elementary school, and I'm 51
Oh,
years
wow.
old. That stuff's been sitting around a while.
That's a big time span.
Yeah, no wonder they wanted to get it out of their basement.
Like, we're not doing anything with this.
Yeah.
Give it to Lori.
Well, I sent my sister's stuff. My first sister, the older sister, first gave me hers, and then my other one said, "Oh, I have some somewhere, but I have no idea where they are." But I've been helping her go through all of her things and clean her house and organize her crafts and stuff. I told you that she hasn't thrown anything away since my nieces were living there. And the oldest niece is, okay, I'm 51, so she's 46. She's 5 years younger than me. She's 46 years old, has grandchildren of her own. She's got her own kids who have babies. And my sister still has crap in her house that was my 46-year-old niece's stuff. Well,
Oh
not
my,
too hard. We cleaned it all out.
oh my goodness.
And the same with my their other daughter is, how old is she? 30 something. She just turned 35. My other niece, and she has married and has 2 kids. Moved out
Mm-mm-mm.
10 years ago.
That had to be a lot of stuff.
And there's just, the garage was full of stuff, and there's just stuff.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I would classify her as a hoarder. Actually, you couldn't get into the one who's 46. You couldn't get into that room. We just started pulling bags out of there, and she'd throw stuff away or put it in the Goodwill or decided she needed to keep it or whatever. So I finally convinced her. She had this whole pile of like stuff that they had made as kids, things
Uh-huh.
or whatever. I finally convinced her some of the things to, like the flat papers, we can put those in a plastic craft box or something. But
Yeah.
I finally convinced her to take pictures of stuff and then throw it
Hmm.
out.
I think I have, let me see, I have that. I don't even know where it is. Hmm. What's over there? Oh, I probably moved it somewhere else. Oh, it's hidden back here. Yeah, it's a little pot.
Mm-hmm. Your daughter makes that?
Nia made it for me when she was, I don't know, first, second kindergarten. I don't know what grade. Ah, and she, if mothers were flowers, I'd pick you. Love, Nia. So
I
I
don't
just,
remember. I don't remember which kid did it. Maybe it's on the bottom. I'm guessing is the younger one did this one. When he was
oh,
like 3. This mug. My husband took them to the, Pottery by You or something like that.
uh-huh.
And they each made me a coffee cup.
Yeah.
I used them for a while, but the glaze started wearing off.
Hmm.
I thought that's probably getting in my coffee and making me get cancer or something. So I have one in here for my pens and pencils, and I have one in the kitchen that has pens and pencils and
Yeah, at least you still can make
thermometers.
use of it. But I think that's like, and then I have like other stuff that she did. I have a binder that I put a lot of the other stuff in. That was all paper, so she can look back at it.
Yeah, I still have quite a bit of that stuff, but it's in there. It's in the basement in boxes. She doesn't have a basement, I guess, so that's one thing. But my niece's bed was still in there. The 46-year-old niece's bed was still in there. And I was like, it's taking up so much space. The mattress was like this thick because she piled up craft projects on top of it. Boxes and boxes of fabric and other craft things. And
I used to watch that show Hoarder, and I got to the point where I couldn't stand it. I was like, I don't even know how people live like that. It's like I know something in their brain has clicked, and they can't get rid of stuff. They get real anxiety from it and all that kind of stuff. But whew, some of those people, I'm like, how? We had a lady here who she used to be a cat rescuer. I think she worked for the Humane Society. They found her house. I cannot remember how many cats were in the house. It was disgusting.
did
And
they
they,
find carcasses, dead ones? I've seen them find dead animals inside of
yep, yep, yep,
animal hoarder houses on TV.
yep. I'm like, what happened? I know something went off and there was no coming back from it. But oh my goodness, when I saw that house, and the people that work with her that at the Humane Society were like, they were all shocked. I'm sure they were.
I found my big when I was cleaning, I found my big, if I can remember where I put it, my needle for this big yarn for this thing. I can sew in on my ends now. So she's seeing a therapist to deal with the psychological stuff, and she's actually not doing terrible in letting things go.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's finished.
she gets worked up and frustrated in the process sometimes, but like with herself for having not taken care of her things and her family, her space, and whatever.
Yeah.
Realizing how it kept her kids from coming around and her grandkids, and now she has great grandkids coming around because the place is such a mess. But she's not having a lot of trouble letting things that really need to go. Like sometimes the hoarder people are like on the hoarder shows.
Mm-hmm.
They can't let a bag of garbage go.
I know.
She doesn't have a problem with that. But she does associate things with feelings very strongly. You know, things of people who aren't with us anymore. We were going through bags and boxes of papers that were just piled up everywhere. Just you know how your mail piles up in a week.
Yep.
Instead of dealing with it, she would just throw it in a box and stick it on a shelf in a closet or on the floor of a closet or under a bed or whatever, to the point where it's just everywhere. And so there are years and years and years of that kind of paperwork sitting around. Well, so she'd find a box that must have been from December because there would be Christmas cards in it. And it's years old, like back into the 90s.
Wow.
Mid-90s. And she'd find a card from someone who's now dead, and it would upset her. You know, this card would bring about the memory of, oh, that person's dead. And it would upset her that she didn't have that person who was important to her anymore. And so that's the kind of stuff she's working on with the counselor. She'd open the card and read it and go, oh, this one's dead. This person's dead. And then she'd get a little upset, and then she'd throw it in the recycling bin. So she doesn't have a problem getting rid of the thing. The thing stirs up negative emotions, and then she has trouble getting rid of the emotion.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff she's working with a therapist on. And she has no motivation to do anything when nobody's there to help her. When she tries to do it on her own, it's just too much. It's too overwhelming.
Yeah, I can imagine. How old is she?
60. Okay. She's 12 years older than me. I'm 51. So she's 63.
63?
And she's a collector of stuff too. Like she has this. I guess she's not as much of a collector of things. Like she has as many ornaments, Christmas ornaments, as I have in general. She has like 3 collections that size. So like enough ornaments to cover an entire tree of snowmen or something. And I forget what they all are even. There's like 3 different categories. So she's decided of letting some stuff. She's been letting some of that stuff go, or has decided I'm going to let some of that go. But it's like everywhere because everything is so disorganized. We'll open a closet and there'll be all kinds of random stuff in the closet. Or we're sorting through boxes in the living room and it's just a bunch of different random stuff. So we'll go through a room and sort through every box, and she's ready to immediately let go of a lot of stuff. A bunch of stuff has just gotten ruined, just being like crushed under the weight of the things on top, the amount of things on top of it.
Right.
And so it's just literally garbage. But then that upsets her too, that she let it get to the point where the stuff that was nice and useful and meaningful is now just garbage. So it's just really, it's emotionally draining for both of us. But making me look at my things differently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay.
Put things in perspective.
Yeah, they're just things. And if you don't really know where they are and can't access them to do what you want to do with them, then really what is the value of them? It's just extra baggage, emotional baggage. She said she does feel a lot lighter having gotten rid of a bunch of things that she knew were there and that didn't need to be there. We've gotten one room entirely emptied. It's ready for paint and new carpet and stuff. But my brother-in-law has this huge, huge collections of several things. Albums for one, dinosaurs, like collectible, expensive, realistic dinosaur figurines, CDs.
Is that her husband?
That's her husband, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
CDs, DVDs, VHS sets. He did get rid of, it's this, he had an 8-track player.
Oh my goodness.
A collection of 8-track tapes. That this summer.
Oh my goodness, I had an 8-track tape in my car in the 70s.
Also been an avid bicyclist his whole life. Well, he started as a teenager, racing bikes, and riding bikes as a hobby. So that, that stuff takes up a lot of space, but they don't have a huge house. Do you know the movie Breaking Away? Do you know that movie? Late 70s, early 80s. It's probably an Indiana thing. It was based there's a university here. Indiana University has something called the Hilly 100, where all the in Bloomington, Indiana is hilly, so that's why it's called the Hilly 100. And it's a speed bike racing that you do in teams in sort of a relay kind of fashion. I think it's not something I'm really into, but anyway, that's what he was into as a young guy, and still into it now. Not so much the racing, but the riding. And he was on a team that competed, and when they made the movie about this event, they engaged some of the real people involved in the activity as extras in his team. He and his team were some of the extras in the movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he has all this memorabilia from that. His parents were vaudeville performers. His mother was a ballerina and a vaudeville performer. His father was a vaudeville performer and a radio personality. So there's a bunch of memorabilia, and they are both dead. So he has a bunch of memorabilia that was his parents' stuff. What else did he collect? Oh, he did fish tanks too. He has several huge fish tanks. He's gotten rid of all but one, the biggest one. It's the kind of the nicest one, and it's like the centerpiece of the living room, so it'll remain that. He's doing pretty good with getting rid of stuff too. Most of her things are kitchen items, like cooking stuff. She has tons and tons and tons of pampered chef type stuff. It's just the two of them there. And even if we're going to have family meals there for the rest of the family, she still doesn't need the amount of stuff she has. But
right.
Hey,
Lisa, darling, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. Diane said hi to you, Lori.
Hey, Diane. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Kelly said, "Oh, 8 tracks."
8 tracks. And you remember the old movies that were reel-to-reel movies? My brother-in-law is 71. But he had all
He
this
has
stuff.
those too?
Yeah, he had all this stuff from his parents. So he has these old reel-to-reel films of his dad. His dad did radio, and then he moved into the TV, and they did vaudeville where they traveled around and did vaudeville. And then when TV came along and they started doing it on TV, there's all these old reel-to-reels of his parents performing, which you can't get rid of that.
No.
That's the only option is really to throw it in the garbage. And I did say maybe we should try to find a museum.
Or he could go to a place that maybe can convert it.
Put it onto CDs or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. But he has the player and it all still works.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
That is so interesting.
So my sister has so much. I think that's another thing about all my yarn and crafting and stuff. As I'm going through all of her things with her, I'm going, oh, this is where I'm headed. I better cut it out.
You see your future?
So much stuff in the room where she wants to be doing crafts and things. She can't even get in there to do anything. So she doesn't do it. She stopped buying that stuff, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But some of the projects that she had still in the. Do you remember Hancock Fabrics?
Nope.
Yeah, maybe that's an Indiana thing, but there was a fabric and craft store called Hancock Fabrics that went out of business at least 30 years ago, maybe.
Oh goodness.
She still had stuff in the bags, like from the store, for a project. She bought a pattern and the thread and the fabric, and it's still in the bag from the store with the receipt in it and everything, which was fun, kind of, to look at how much she paid for stuff and how cheap it seems now.
Yeah,
It
it
was
used
really
to be for
thin,
real.
but things that she bought to make for her girls when they were little, and now she's like, well, I think maybe I'll make it for my granddaughters. I'm like, well, we have the room starting to get to a point where it's cleared up enough that she can actually do some stuff, and she's inherited my.
98 do Hancock less than 7 years here in Chicago.
98.
What's 90?
In 98 is when it was closed. Had it less than 7. Oh, maybe Hancock did become Joann's. I don't know. And then we had this place called Frank's Nursery and Craft Store. It went out of business years and years ago, and there were still things in the bags from that store. There's stuff that she bought for her daughters that wouldn't fit their right arms right now. Well, like clothes for 5, 6, 10-year-old girls that she was making, and she used to make them beautiful things. She'd just buy so much, just like I'm doing with the yarn. So now I'm kind of freaking out.
Yep.
It'll take me, if I did nothing but crochet constantly, it would take me 10 years to use all this stuff.
I know it. I always say this yarn is going to outlive me. My daughter's going to have a whole lot of stuff to get rid of.
So we're dealing with, none of us quilt, and my mom had all this quilting stuff. But the sister who sews would like to learn to quilt. She's done small little wall hanging type projects or whatever. So that's the goal, is to try to finish some of these, go through some of these we've gone through some of this old fabric and stuff, and she's gotten rid of a ton of it. She sold a bunch of it to my friend. Things that she was making for herself that's like professional wear type fabric. She's like, I'm not going to wear that kind of fabric anymore. I'm going to make myself.
I like that one better.
But my friend is trying to make herself a like a work wardrobe, add some new things to her work wardrobe that she made instead of buy. And so she was just excited as all get out to get all this fabric from my sister. I filled my entire trunk with fabric that my sister had in
My
her
goodness.
she was using to make herself clothes with.
Oh, BJ said, wasn't Frank's bought by Michaels? And Kelly says, I remember the nursery as Frank's, but not the crafts.
Yeah. Well, I remember the craft section. I don't think they had. I didn't think they had yarn, but my sister. One of the things my sister had in her closet that she gave to me. She's like, "Have you ever used 3-ply yarn, which is basically a number 2 yarn?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, but I wanted to try it. She goes, well, here, you can have this kit I bought. I didn't read it closely when I bought it. I thought I was buying like a number 3 yarn, like a DK weight yarn. She said, but then I got home and I realized it was 3-ply. So it's really thin. And she's like, don't want to use it. And it was sitting in her closet since I think it was 1998 it closed here.
Wow.
Why didn't you take it back? And she said, well, I couldn't because it was a closeout thing. They were closing. It was like a clearance. It's an Afghan kit. It'll make a big Afghan if I ever do it. I started trying it the other day and I was like, oh my goodness. I need to find a different pattern because it's also an old-fashioned pattern. I need to find a different pattern that I can understand better. She said, I'm not going to spend that much time on a crochet project anymore. You can have it and try it. If you don't like it, you can give it to Goodwill. So.
Yep. All right, so that is mine. I think I'm gonna stay. I like this one. It has more of a pop than this one.
That color combo.
Huh?
Yeah, put them side by side again.
I am. Let me do this.
Make yourself big and put them side by side.
Let me see. Now I can't remember which. I like this one. I like this one better because it has more of a pop than this one does.
Having the purple next to the white for that other one, the gray or whatever.
It's mauve. It looks purple on the screen, but it's mauve. Yeah, see, I like it. I like it more because, next to the white makes it pop more.
Yeah.
And on this one, it's next to the gold, in between the gold and the beige. So on this one, it's between the white and the beige, so it makes it pop more. So I'm going to go with this one.
You want the higher contrast one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty.
Thank you, ma'am. So now I got to put it over here so I know which one, so I don't get them mixed up. But I'm going to use these in the bag. I don't know where, but because I'm not wasting anything.
You can make a pocket on the inside.
That requires me to do more sewing. No, it's going to be maybe maybe on the opposite sides of the straps. That's thin. But when I looked at her diagram, it didn't make any sense to me. That's why we need VJ, because VJ has a logical mind. I don't. I think anyone that is good with numbers has a logical mind. I am not good with numbers. I do not have a logical mind. But I'll have all this Kobo.
So,
I don't know.
what are you doing tomorrow with your first official day off. Well, not official day off, but your first work day off.
Working,
You're working?
working.
I
Yeah.
thought you were on vacation.
My vacation officially starts Monday,
Hmm.
but I will be on that computer tidying up those. Hopefully, I won't be on there very long because I shouldn't have very much to do because I'm not doing any of those bills. They can do them on Monday. I'm only taking care of the stuff I need to take care of. I took care of all the emails today, and anything that came in after 4 o'clock Friday, I was not touching. So I don't care what's on there.
What are you gonna do Monday?
Go Monday the 2nd. Yeah, Monday 2nd. We're going to training camp,
Yeah.
and then Tuesday, I'm getting up early in the morning to go see the sunrise at the beach, and then we're going to training camp. And then we're going to have lunch somewhere. We haven't decided. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. And then Wednesday, I'm going to sleep in.
There you go.
Thursday, I am going to sleep in.
Every day
Friday,
you're gonna
I'm
sleep in.
sleeping in. Saturday, we're going to training camp. And Sunday, we're going. And then Saturday night, I'm having dinner. And then Sunday morning, we're going to training camp again.
Right. Okay.
What do you mean, bless you, Gigi? What are you talking about, VJ? Let me see. VJ, all the squares don't have to be the same. No, they don't. Let me see. Oh, good night, Diane. She's probably already gone, missed it. Let me see. Uh, good night, Diane. Good night, Diane. Gigi, you have your hair pulled back already? No, I just have my headband on so that it won't fall in my face. I put my Miami Dolphins colors on. I could she I can't really do much to it because it's so tight, but I don't like it falling in my face especially when I was going to the training camp today. But I can't really manipulate it that much. I gotta wait till it untwist itself some more because I would really like to pull it up because I'm hot. But I can't do that because it'll hurt. Me and her had a battle. She wanted me go under the dryer. I said, I am not going under that dryer. Said the last time you did my head hurt for a week. I am not going under that dryer. So she took the hand blow dryer and blow dried it a little, and she went away. She said, I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. Then she came back and blow dried it some more. But it was still wet when I left out of there, but I didn't care. She's like, it's gonna be a mess. I said, I don't care. I'm not going under that dryer.
Does it too hot?
Huh?
Is it hot? It shrinks
Yeah.
better.
She says, what if I just turn it down to warm? I said, I am not going under the dryer. So I didn't. And that made me happy because the back of it is mostly where, because I want to pull it up, but it'll hurt back there. So I'm just going to leave it alone and just put a band on the front of it so it doesn't fall in my face. But it's grown a lot because it was this long when I started them a year and a half ago.
It'll loosen up when it grows. I mean, as your hair grows, it'll loosen a little too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just have to wait a little bit, but I don't want to mess with it. Let me see. Great vacation plans. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me see. I see. Yes, I just did mine on Sunday, and I air dry mine as well. Yeah. See, air drying is much better than. I don't need that dryer at all. No reason. Mm-mm. Yes, it's torture, Mary. And hello, Mary. It is torture. When I used to get my hair relaxed, that was the one thing I hated about all of it, is having to go under that dryer. I hate dryers.
I don't like the smell of perms and straighteners and stuff. The smell of it drives me nuts.
When the Jerry curl stuff smells the worst. That's some smelly
Still a
stuff.
thing? Are people doing that again? Like the mullets back? Or the Jerry curl?
Some people still do it. I had a Jerry curl when I was in the Army, girl. I thought I was all that in a bag of chips. I don't miss any of that. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. I hope you all finish your squares in the next 2 weeks, Miss VJ. You have time. Only need 13 of them. And they're fast. Once you get your little sequence down, they don't take a lot of time. Just don't want to mess them up. Be creative, Miss VJ, because I know you're going to do something fabulous. And you have the yarn, Miss Lori.
I do it. I'm not doing it.
Why?
I'm still frustrated from that wrap thing.
Oh, did you ever finish it, or did you just left it alone?
I took it all apart.
Oh, you took it all apart. Oh my goodness. I still have the graph can of my red bottom shoes and with Savage written on the side, still sitting on my table saying, please finish me, please, please, please. But it'll get finished sometime.
What color
Sometime
did you
between now and Christmas.
Yeah. What color did you decide on for the Savage? Turquoise?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was the color you all told me. You said that speaks Tiffany. So that's where we're going. We're going with Louis Vuitton and Tiffany. That's the life I'd like to be living, but I'm living Walmart and Joann's.
I could probably buy some Jimmy Choos if I didn't have all this stuff. Probably 3 or 4 pairs worth of yarn.
They need to get some I can't wear those shoes. I don't even know. Nope. I couldn't even wear those shoes in my young days, because when I started wearing high heels, we were wearing platforms way back when. So those were easy to walk in. Not them.
I
said,
can't never get spiky heels either.
when I see Beyonce dancing in them high heel shoes, I was like, you go, girl. She said she can't dance in nothing but high heels. I said, your feet only gonna last a little while. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, I guess that if you got somebody, you got the kind of money where every time you work out or dance in those shoes, you can sit for an hour or two and have somebody work on your feet, massage them and
Yep.
cleaning off all the calluses and everything.
Ooh, honey. I can't. I said, nope, I don't do those kinds of shoes. Let me see. Gigi Kelly asked if you heard about. No, what about Crafty Nomad? Dudes in Spank.
Dudes in Spain? I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe the dance with Beyonce. Dudes
I
in
know.
Spain.
Yeah, I saw some dudes do that. That was funny. Isn't that the put a ring on it? Isn't that the song that they were doing it to? I think
Maybe.
that's what's about Crafty Nomad? Did I miss it? No, I don't see anything.
I heard that the Crafty Nomad Kim put something out Thursday, I think. A person in her group of crafting friends that they've been working with for a long time, crafting with for a long time, passed away earlier this week. I heard that, but that didn't happen to Kim. Did something happen to Kim? Kelly.
Yes.
What?
Who passed away? Really? I just saw her last week. Oh my God. What happened? That is crazy. I just saw her last week. Oh, wow. Hmm. That is crazy. Oh, training camp do spandex. Okay. I thought it was one of the subscribers.
One of her subscribers and friends passed away. I know that.
Okay, Kelly's saying she said she thought it was one of her subscribers. Okay, Marshall, who passed away? Are you looking that up?
Yeah, I'm looking at her here. Catherine Oakes passed away. And Kim posted it on her, Kim put together a little like video clip of photos and comments that Catherine had made on Facebook, like various people's Facebook comments and pictures of her that she had on her Facebook page and stuff. So I think Kim's okay. But Kim's friend passed away sort of suddenly. She was feeling badly for a few days before she passed away.
Okay. Okay, Marshall's got me all confused. They came in the live 2 days ago and said her husband told Christy that she passed away. No details. I cried. Okay, is it the subscriber that passed away? Or is it Crafty Nomad that passed away? Because I'm confused now.
Kim put something on her Facebook page about the Crafty Nomad is what. I don't think Kim did.
Then go to Christy's.
I just messaged Christy. I just messaged Chris that does this Hook and Stitch Live with Kim.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what I was on, and she's saying, "Oh, it's been a year. It's we're back at this again a year." And I said, "Wow, it's been a whole year," because that was the first time I had gone on to their live was the year before when they were talking about doing a Stitch in Time thing.
I think they're doing it earlier. They're starting it in July. I think last year they started it in October.
No, she said a year, so it's been July is when I went on. I hear it. I can see my scalp now. Couldn't see it for a year. I hope that's not so. That's sad. I was on this other lady. I don't even think she does videos anymore. She was the chit chat queen, and she talked about a lady that had basically been murdered. It was domestic violence, and I didn't know who she was, but I clicked on her channel and they had a whole memorial thing for her on her channel. She was a young lady. That's so scary. Marcel says no, not subscriber. Hmm. I'm gonna go to her channel. Now y'all got me curious. Can't even see. I don't use my glasses when I don't want to go there. I want to go to YouTube. Crazy thing.
She hasn't posted anything since the Hook and Stitch Live on YouTube.
Oh my goodness, they got a picture of me looking confused. You're smiling and I'm looking confused.
Well, what I just saw, I'm looking down and looking frumpy. 2 days ago, Kim posted something on her Facebook group about it says a dear member of our community passed away this week, Catherine Janelle Bingar Oaks. Binger, something like that. You will be missed. That was 2 days ago.
Okay, so it's not her then.
No, it's her friend, her subscriber.
Okay.
What's today? Saturday?
Yep.
Thursday. I heard I was in a Facebook rooms thing. I was in a Facebook rooms thing with somebody who asked me if I'd seen the thing about Catherine on Kim, and I did.
I don't know who Catherine is.
I don't think she had a channel or anything, but she was in a lot of the chats on Hook and Stitch, the thing that Kim and Chris do together. I saw her in the chats there a lot.
Oh, maybe they got things confused, but I haven't heard anything else since then. So I pray it's not her. Okay.
She was heading to, well, yeah, me too, because she was fixing to come out to Chicago any day now, I think.
Yeah, I think I heard her talking about that.
Sometime in August, she was going to be visiting her mother in Chicago.
Because I think the Chicago crew were trying to get together.
Right. Is Lisa Darling still here? She was working on that with COI.
I don't know if she's still here or not. All right. I feel better now. It's not her. I'm sorry somebody else died, but I don't want to be somebody like, what?
That gal that died had lung disease of some sort.
Oh, wow.
COPD, I think. And the person who told me the details about it said that she had messaged the group of friends saying she wasn't feeling well, she was really short of breath and coughing a lot, so she was going to get a COVID test. And I think they said that was on the Thursday before. And then or the Tuesday before. And then it was either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. They got a call from Catherine's roommate or neighbor or something saying that she passed away in the night.
Mm.
And I don't know. They didn't say whether or not her COVID test was positive. So I don't know if it was COVID or if it wasn't COVID. It was just she was having similar symptoms to COVID because of her COPD, and it was getting to the point where it was not gonna. Her lungs just weren't gonna hold up anymore.
Oh, well. I always say, God rest her soul.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, y'all got me all down now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm going.
She's not suffering anymore, right? If she was having, she has
that is,
having, given around anybody with COPD, it's like they're drowning in their own lungs. You know, they can't breathe. Terrible.
Yep.
It's just exhausting to take a breath.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely something to be. Let me see. I don't know who that is. BJ said Dinus Yo-Yos is in ICU. I don't know who that is.
No, I know from Granny D. She's on Granny D's thing a lot. Does she have COVID? Do we know?
Mm. Let me see. I'm looking for a Facebook page, and it looks. Oh, okay, I saw that already. Oh, Sheila says she has COPD.
So you know how difficult.
Yep. These things. Well, stay safe. Stay safe. Don't be around germy people.
You said you're going to the beach. You don't have red tide over there on that side?
Mm-mm.
My sister's on the Gulf side. They just got into. They stay at the same place we're going in November. And she said they got out of the car and it stank. It smelled terrible. And when were checking in, they said, yeah, the red tide has rolled in, and so there's all these dead fish on the beach. And
I think that's the West Coast. I don't think we've ever had. I think we've had some like nasty algae things happen every now and again, but I don't know. I can't recall if it may have been up north of us, and some of it may trickle down here, but nothing like I've seen on the West Coast.
Ever since that big oil spill they had a few years ago that had messed up the whole Gulf Coast of Florida and Texas, and got down into the Caribbean and everything. Ever since then, everything's been all messed up, and that red tide has been terrible. I guess it has a season, like hurricane season. There's also, like right before hurricane season, there's red tide as a season, but apparently it's been terrible, much worse than typical ever since that big oil spill killed off so much of messed up the balance of the waters.
Mm-hmm. That's why we keep, every time we get some governor in office, we always pray that these idiots don't allow drilling in the Atlantic Ocean, because there's enough problems with that. They need to figure something else out instead of going in there drilling in the ocean and messing up the ecosystem. It's already messed up enough. Look at the fires. Look at California's on fire basically every year. They're on fire. And they can't tell me that that's just something normal. It was so hot today. I haven't been that hot in so long, mostly because I don't go out much. But I was like, I cannot believe how hot it is. It was, when I got in my car, it was 93 degrees.
And humid, I'm sure.
Had a little bit of breeze. There's a little bit of breeze. But I was like, I wanted to meet my rep. I don't know where he was. I sent him a message. I said, I'm leaving. I'll probably be here Monday. I said, Tuesday is my birthday. Bring a gift. They're probably like, who does she think she is?
They probably got a kick out of it.
You better. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I missed anybody. The lady said that was crazy, no man, but I hadn't heard anything else. I was wondering if I heard anything. Okay.
DJ says, is it Dinah or Dina has COPD or COVID and asthma. That's why she's in. Well, she has asthma all the time, I'm sure. But you get COVID with the asthma, it's no good.
Nope. And our numbers are just rising here. I sat right there in that doggone stadium with my mask on. There was other people with theirs on, but a great majority of them did not. I said, whatever. I'm protecting me. I don't care about the rest of y'all because obviously y'all don't care about me.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting when we all go into the stadium. I'm still going to have my mask on because I don't know those people. There's too many anti-vaxxers for me. Too many.
BJ asked if you're doing your show. You said you're not doing Saturday, but you are doing the weekdays. Is that the deal?
Yeah, because I don't think I'm. Yeah, at 5 o'clock I don't plan to be doing anything. So yes, I will be doing my show. The show must go on.
You have to tell us Tuesday when you get back and you do your program. If your guy gave you a present, you have to show us what he got you.
It's gonna be a Miami Dolphins button.
Yeah.
If that. And if he brings me, if he doesn't bring me anything, he's gonna get an earful. And say, I was at that meeting because they had a big meeting. I don't remember what it was, but they wanted to find out from the season ticket holders, how do we feel the Miami Dolphins treat us? And we basically said like nothing. We don't feel. I don't. This whole time I've been a season ticket holder since 2011. There's only one thing that I treasure that they gave us as a season ticket holder, and that was a picture of the Miracle in Miami. That's when we beat the doggone godforsaken hellhole doggone New England Patriots. But we usually always beat them home. But it was just a fun game. But they gave us the picture. They sent all of us the picture. I put it in a frame. That's great. All the other little trinket stuff that they gave us, I couldn't even tell you. I forget about all that stuff because it really doesn't mean anything. And we were talking about, they don't even recognize us on our birthdays or anything like that. Nothing. You don't get the people that are new season ticket holders. They're the ones that get all the goodies. Somebody got a doggone signed helmet from one of our players. I mean, like, why didn't we get a chance to get this helmet too? But that's what they do. The new ones they bring in with good stuff. Us that's been here holding up the place for all these years, don't get nothing. So today when I went, and I was like, look at this line. So then the guy says, anybody a season ticket holder? I said, me. He said, oh, okay, just go on up there and you'll see a line for season ticket holders. I went up there. There were probably 10 people in front of me, opposed to that long line that just last year I would have had to wait in. So I said, oh, okay. I guess season ticket holder means something today. So we'll see. And next Sunday, there is a season ticket holder day. So I want to see what they're going to do for us. What y'all going to bring? What you going to bring us? I want something. I don't just want to come out there in the hot and watch these boys practice. I want to see what you going to bring us. But
Yeah.
But I think they got a whole earful because I think because they brought, like, we didn't have to move. So they brought different people to us and were asking us different questions about things. And that was a big issue. And one lady, she's a season ticket holder, but she's in one of the, what do you call them?
Suite?
Um,
A suite?
yeah, suite. Yeah. And she's like, I don't feel any different. I was like, I wanted to say, oh, you don't feel like us commoners down there with the other 50,000 people? So maybe they took heed and now they're trying to do. One of the guys, he's a season ticket holder for the Miami Heat. He was like, oh, the Miami Heat, they go all out for their season ticket holders. I was like, I need to be a Miami Heat, but see, they have too many games and they're always in the middle of the doggone week. See, that's why football is convenient for me. They play on Sundays, Thursday, and Monday, period.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they go into playoffs, then they play on a Saturday. But other than that, the Heat, the Marlins, the Panthers, they all play in the middle of the week, any old time. They got games going on. Plus, there's too many of them. I cannot keep track of all of that. I don't even know how much. But when we went to one of the Marlins games, then one of the representatives from the Marlins kept calling me. And I finally told him, I said, I don't like baseball. I just went because it was a free ticket. I will never pay for a ticket to see the Marlins. So he stopped calling me. I'm like, I don't like baseball.
Yeah.
I will watch baseball if the Marlins go to the World Series. I will watch every last one of those games. Those other 128 before it, nope, too boring for me. It's too boring. Mm-mm.
Speaking of football, I'll have to take a video of some pictures of my basement that my husband and my son are decking out once they get all their stuff
Are
up
they
here.
Colts fans?
Oh yeah, they're Colts fans.
Gonna be all blue and white.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they have a lot of Colts stuff, but my husband has collected. Before we had the Colts, he was a Cowboys fan, so I guess they'll still be blue and white.
You'll be
But
blue and white.
he won't put any blue and white stuff up though, probably. But they have all kinds of. They do all sorts of sports, but they're really excited about heading into football season with their electronic couches and their gigantic TV.
Oh, I never said it prevented it. I know it doesn't prevent. I mean, there's nothing, but I'd rather be a little sick than a little dead.
At school, was it Thursday? I went back to work Wednesday. Started Wednesday. We had a morning meeting, and then I worked a full schedule on Thursday, and then about 6 hours on Friday. Well, I'm yawning. I'm tired. I've been getting up early.
Mm.
Um, when we went in on Wednesday, they were telling us if you had been vaccinated and you could send proof of your vaccine, you didn't have to wear a mask. But if you haven't been vaccinated, you had to wear a mask. Well, Thursday at like noon, we got this big urgent email. Changes from the health department. Back to wearing masks all the time. But they're going to have the kids come to the cafeteria to eat lunch, take off their masks, socialize, unvaccinated because they're all kids and can't get kids vaccinated. With this highly contagious Delta, it's going to be a freaking mess.
It is.
I sent my orders in and I told my supervisor, I said, well, this is my best guess, but who knows when they get in here and start eating lunch. He said, why are they using the cafeteria? I said, the assistant principal who's in charge of it said the worst thing to him about the pandemic was the lack of socialization for the kids, and he was intent on, He really wanted
Yeah,
them to have one
that
class.
was, yeah, that was a big to do about, these kids, and then, they're talking about any abuse that was going on in a home. Nobody knows about it because the kids aren't coming to school and all this kind of stuff. And our governor, I don't even want to talk about anyway. I don't understand when I went to get my hair done. I told my friend, I said, because I didn't know there was a pastry store right next to the shop. She's like, yeah, it's there. I said, girl, because I'm a kind of person wherever I'm going, that's where I'm going. I don't look around. I don't pay attention. What I'll pay attention to is some other human being, but another store, I don't look at that. So I went in there and I told Leigh, I said, I came in here because my friend been talking about this place. I didn't even know it was here. So I got a brownie and a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie. Because I told her, I said, I don't have a sweet tooth. She's like, and then I saw some waffle cones. I said, you all have ice cream? And Leigh says, I thought you didn't have a sweet tooth. I said, no, but I love waffle cones. So then I told my friend, I said, I'm hungry because I just put it in my purse. And she's like, oh, you want me to bring you a smoothie? I said, I am not eating in this shop. I'm not taking my mask off. I want to get my hair done and get the heck out of here. No, thank you anyway. I go home and eat. If I eat outside, it's outside. I'm not. That being closed in to other people, and there were more people in that shop that day than the whole time I've been going to her. The 4 or 5 times previous to this, or how many times I went before we all went into lockdown. This I was like, I can't believe it, that there's this many people in here today. Of all days, I'm hoping there's like 2 or 3 people. Nope, every chair. So that means people in the chair, person doing their hair, and somebody sitting over there, and a lady in the back does nails, and then children, some young children and teenagers. Like I was like, this is a lot of people. When he got my pedicure today, the place was full. I was like,
When we went to get a pedicure in May, my my daughter-in-law, I call her, my son's fiance, she took me to get a pedicure for Mother's Day. And because we lived in the same house, they let us sit side by side. But then another person came in and they made a skip a seat between me and the other person. And then they had these big plastic things hanging from the ceiling between me and the technician, and then
none of that.
between the place where the chairs were and the place where the check-in was. They had a big plastic thing. All the workers were wearing masks, and you had to wear a mask. But then when I went in June before my trip, they still had the plastic things up there, but somebody sat down right next to me, no mask on.
Yep, there was some. I was like, and the guy says, you just want a regular pedicure? I said, yes. I was thinking to myself, I don't want to be in here any longer than I have to. Just do my toes and let me out of here.
I need to go get mine done. My nails are long. I need to get them trimmed.
Oh, I had to. I was like, these toes need something done to him. He was pretty good too. He didn't hurt me like a lot of them do. I said, what's your name? He said, John. I'm like, I really want to say, well, what's your real name?
Yeah.
I want to be able to pronounce your real name. So anyway, I said, I'm gonna have to remember that. That shouldn't be hard to forget. All right, pedicures they're not relaxing. I have never found anything relaxing about a pedicure.
Oh, I love them.
Never. I look at them, I watch what they do. I don't want them to clip my foot, especially when they take that little snipper thing out. I'm so scared of that thing. He did a pretty good job. I'll give him that. My grandbaby, let me see. My grandbaby had to do a check-in every morning, attitude, stress, etc. The morning she said she had a bad morning, the counselor had a one-on-one meeting with her online to find out what was wrong. What? Ah, well now.
She go to a private school?
Ooh. Because those public school teachers, let me see. I'm speaking of the spa part of the, oh, honey, they don't even put your foot in there long enough to have a, please. They tapping you to put your foot up, tapping you to put your foot up, tapping you to put it down, tapping to put it down, tapping to put it up. There's nothing relaxing about it at all. I don't even turn on the chair for the massage. I just want to get out of there.
That's the best part. I'm so ticklish whenever they do that pink little block, and scrub, and it tickles so, can't stand it. I'm like wiggling in my chair, about kicked her in the face one time.
Oh no, I don't have any of those problems. Oh, she said county school.
Nice.
Mm.
I will say that actually,
I'm still with you. I fell asleep and woke up, and you're still here, so I had to say something. All right, Tina. Well, I'm getting ready to get off now, for real. You woke up just in time to say goodbye. But we finished the square. At least I and Lori, not this Lori,
Lori
Lori
J.
J. I don't know who else did it. And Raven has talked VJ into doing it. So we'll see in 2 weeks who will really have their 13 squares done. Lori A said no.
I passed. Done.
You can do it. You can do it.
I need
You
to
have
make
at least 5 colors of that, at least.
Oh, I have. It's not a matter of product. It's a matter of interest. So I'm back to work. So I work 5:30 in the morning. Or I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I work 6:30 to 3 every day, and I haven't worked in 8 weeks. It's been off for summer. So I'm going to be tired. I have to have simple things. You can't be changing yarn 4 times every round.
Oh my goodness. Changing yarn. It's not that you only do it one time. Well, no, you do it all the time. But they stay together.
Yarn every time, every few stitches. Picking up another
But they stay together.
multiple times.
It's not like,
once it gets bigger.
yeah, it just gets bigger. But you stay with it.
I still haven't done my headband to match my poncho.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know you had a wonderful, so because you're laughing and having such a good time, it seems like the show should not be ending right now. Oh my goodness. That's because Lori has me laughing because she just doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to. Lori, I passed too, but Raven wore me down. Yes, she did. She was on you, girl.
It can't be worn down.
See, Marshall said I finished and sewed my tails in. See, I did too. I always had clients tell me they felt relaxed after pedicures, but I let their feet soak for 10 minutes before start. See, that's why. You let them, please. They turn the water on, put your feet in, then tap you, put your foot up. Your feet haven't even been in there long. That's a good, you did good. You did good. Have a good night, Tina. Let me see. I'm working on square. I'll probably be done in 2 weeks. Okay.
At first, I thought that said 21.
I did too. I had to look at it. I was like, 21, that's too many. Yeah, but I'm gonna work on my squares throughout the week. And then so in 2 weeks we'll be ready to put it together. I'm definitely gonna have to watch that video because that diagram is like, I don't know. I'm not good into diagrams. I don't even like looking at them on patterns. And they got all the check the V's and I don't like that. Just tell me double crochet, whatever. I don't need the diagram.
It's hard to put a 3D item out on a paper, a
Mm-hmm.
drawing of a 3D item on paper. Hard to comprehend to me.
I'm gonna figure it out. And if I don't figure it out, I'm gonna put it together my way. Which usually is the way it is, my way. The
I
way
did
my
a,
brain comprehends it.
I did a granny square, not granny square, African flower hexagon
Mm-hmm.
purse once, and I did it wrong. It's to start with, and when I sewed it all together, and then I tried to like open it. I was like, what the world? I had like I had them like twisted somehow because there were too many sides. It
Mm.
was on the angle like this one you're doing. It was weird.
All right, Kelly, you just get with us. Come on, join us. Join us, Kelly. If I can't zoom in on diagram, no, thank you. Yeah. What happened to Gloria? If they try to tell me that I got to get my feet did right now and not just put my feet in there, I'll tell him, you know what? I just got here. I'm going to let my feet soak so they don't. That's what I should do next time. Say, you just go away for about 5 minutes. Let me just sit here, enjoy the bubbling, enjoy the warm water, and then you come back. Then we can do this. That's what I should do. I don't know. I don't know. I know that the whole thing is production and getting people in and out and all that stuff. That's why I say I've never. That's I don't even like getting pedicures, but now I'm at the point where it's not that easy to get down and look at your feet and get them all nice and stuff. So I said I understand why older people now go to get pedicures because you need somebody to do that stuff,
The
but they
first
don't.
time,
It's not enjoyable to me. It's just a necessary evil.
oh, I love it. I'd do it every week if I could afford it.
Mm-mm. I think if I found somebody that did it really well, then I would be more inclined to want to have it done. But I get a pedicure like this one I had, and it's probably been 3 or 4 months before this one. And sometimes I don't even get one done the whole year. I don't enjoy them at all. It's torture to me. I've always looked for somebody like this guy. He did good. It still wasn't relaxing. I was still concerned. Like, is he gonna snip me? This lady recommended me one time to this place. She's like, oh, they do great manicures. When I left out of there, my hands hurt so bad because that girl kept snipping my cuticles. And I told the lady that recommended, I said, I will never go back there again. She's like, really? What happened? And I told her, I said, mm-mm. And to this day, after I finally soaked off that powdered gel that I had on after we went on shutdown and my nails had lifted, these two nails here are still messed up from the gel because they were lifting up. So they had lifted up from the nail bed. And I kept wondering why those two nails hurt so much. And when I finally soaked the gel off, I realized they had lifted up from the nail bed. And so after that, I said, never again. I will do my own nails. I'll just worry about it myself, but nobody's going to touch my nails again. So the pedicure I would let them do because I'm not getting down there trying to do my nails anymore. I'm not trying to do my own pedicure. I'll still soak my feet because I still have my little spa thing. I'll still soak my feet and stuff, but I'll let somebody else do the pedicure. But I'm never doing gels again. So I was watching this other lady. Now mind you, she does what do you call it? Farming, not farming. Well, her and her husband like to plant stuff. They like to grow their own fruit and vegetables and stuff like that.
Homesteading?
Yeah, yeah, they pretty much like that. but she started her own channel. Now her husband already got his 100,000 subscribers and everything, and then she started her own channel. But she did a video about doing her nails, and so I watched it. And she said she went to school like 15 years ago to learn how to do nails, but she didn't do anything with it. Just like me, I went to school to learn how to do facials. I don't do facials. I do one on myself every now and again, but I don't do them on anybody else. And she was talking about the different polishes that she used and the files and what they're used for and all this stuff. And I remember way back when I used to buy Sally Hansen's maximum nail strength, and I used to always have that. And she says, if you just put it on, apply a coat for 10 days, it'll strengthen your nails. So that's what I've been doing. Today, I need to put it on when I get off of here.
Like every day for 10 days?
Every day for 10 days. And then I'm going to get a lighter, and she uses OPI polish. I like OPI polish, but I want to get a lighter color because I always get dark color polishes, and the dark color polishes always like bleed into.
Turn your nails yellow.
Residual of the colors. So I'm going to look for a lighter color OPI. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow when I finish work.
I like OPI the best. Sometimes certain nail polishes make my nails, like I take the polish off and then the top layer of my nail like peels away. It looks like it's dried out and peels off like when you get a sunburn or something.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't like gels and stuff, because I know. And then when they do that gel stuff, they taken off the top layer of your skin anyway with that buffering thing. I hate that buffering thing.
Oh, I don't let them use that. I'll let them rough it up a little bit, but then I gotta put the acetone on. And I've only done the gel thing like 2 or 3 times for special occasions or whatever. Like I did it for our trip we took in June.
Crystal, there are no beauty schools. I don't even know if the vocational schools have that. I know they do hair, but I don't know if they do nails. Because the beauty school that I went to closed years ago. And I've actually even looked to see where other beauty schools are. I don't know where they are. Let me see. I've always soaked my feet, or at least, yeah. Let's see. Lori, I hope you have a wonderful evening and your hair looks totally gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
She misspelled Gloria.
Huh?
I think she meant it to be Gloria instead of Lori. My hair does not look gorgeous.
Gloria. Oh, got one guy that does my feet. His name is Lee, and I never had anyone else do him because he does them right, and he gets all the cuticles, gets all the dirt out, and whatever else. Well, good. I need to meet Lee. He makes my feet feel good. He's him at the shop and say, he is my husband. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. That's good. You got somebody good. I would love to get a pedicure. My feet could use it. Use a base coat and you won't. I do all that, but it's still, it's for some reason, I never just put nail polish on I never do that. But I like to wear purple, and I do, like now it's football season, so I'll be doing orange and aqua. I only found one nail polish, Orly, whatever it is. That was the only nail polish people that had aqua color. I used to buy it, and I'm always looking for it. It was hard to find. But I'm going to do that. All right, I'm off. I'm out, people. I'm out.
Where's Renee?
Renee, I don't know where Renee. She didn't come on. But doses to Renee. All right, everybody. Take care. Be safe. And I'll see you all on Monday, God willing. And whoever pops up tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to watch some stuff. But I might be sleeping. Who knows?
Bye.
Eddie. Who's Eddie?
Must be a nail polish company.
Yeah, I don't know Eddie. That's new for me.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody. Oh, Essie. Yeah, okay, I know Essie. Okay. Thanks for the tip. I'll check it out. Bye-bye.